Economic anthropology deals about simple economy of tribal community in relation to its culture and cultural matrix. And cultural matrix basically comprises what? Political system, their society, kinship, and the family. So in general, we are performing economic activity in this group to water the mode in their group. So this is the basic meaning of the economic anthropology. Now understand, it focuses on production, distribution, and consumption pattern. At the same time, it studied the role of market in tribal society. When money was introduced in a tribal society, okay, in our economy or tribal or primitive society economy, and what kind of changes takes place after injection of money in the society. Similarly, it want to know about how the goods and exchange services exchanges takes place in the primitive society, and by all we are trying to explore the information about the impact upon introduction of money, impact upon introduction of globalizations, and industrializations on tribal economy. So this is the basically the scope of economic anthropology. So right here, it emphasizes upon food procurement, one, distribution, and exchange. This is the first one. Next, right, it focuses on production, distribution, and consumption of and consumption pattern. Third, right, it studied the role of market in tribal society, and it wants to know about how the goods and services exchanges. It also wants to know about, it tried to explore the information about it tried to explore the information about impact of money introductions, one, colonizations, globalizations, and industrializations. So when you are writing about the scope, you should mention all these points. This is quite enough. Next, I am going to talk about contribution of various anthropologists in tribal economic system. So the most prominent anthropologists are the basically, for the sake of information, you must know who contributed what. At least 3-4 names. First one is the Malinowski, Raymond Fard, then Marcel Shalin, Carl Polanyi, all contributed. Malinowski, whatever his observation on Trobriand Islanders, he shared that Raymond Fard, they studied on tribes of New Zealand. Marcel Shalin started a debate, and Carl Polanyi with Paul Bohannan, they studied basically the tribes of Africa, and together they shaped the entire framework of economic anthropology. So what are the debate and what are the next thing? Before that, one must understand about what is the relevance of economic anthropology, because the meaning, scope and relevance. So next make heading, relevance of economic anthropology. What is the relevance of economic anthropology? Once you studied entire economic anthropology, then you will realize that what actually it deals about. And what we are facing today, that also tell us a story about how people live in these corona situations, because of this pandemic disease. Now the entire activity of human being get stopped. They are facing economic problems, and that's why they starts compromising over their daily requirement. So whatever changes we found today, that takes place in their cultural matrix, means their activities with their relatives are very lesser. Whatever the way they live earlier, now they still start compromising over that. They okay, trying to do minimum expenditures and saving as much as possible. So this is the thing that now the people start thinking. But think, just think in that way and compare with the tribal society. And then you will understand properly how economic behavior shape the culture and cultural belief plus value, and all these things together affect the economic behaviors. Just suppose in that way, earlier the tribal peoples, they faced the scarcity of agricultural land, but still they avoid farming on hills, terrace, since they believe the soul of ancestor are live there, and because of that belief, they are not encroaching the hilly area, and in that way, they also contribute in conservation of different plains and mountains. So for their own belief, they always deny to do the agricultural activity, even they face the scarcity. So what it basically tells us, whenever you are in problem, but never compromise in your life. Whatever you want to become, you will achieve that. Your objective is to give the sacrifices, but don't stop the mission. Tribal economy, most primitive economy, ancient economy, basic economy, simple economy shapes what? National economy. Whatever they started at their own, later that evolved in the form of national economy, and the national economy later gave rise a global economy. So this evolution of global economy are lies at the most basic form of tribal economy. Remember it, all these things. So the relevance of economic anthropology, just you need to write down how economic behavior shape the culture. Write down how economic behavior shape the culture and cultural belief. Today's global economy, next one, right? Today's global economy are the result of integration of national economy, are the result of integration of national economy and that are its in itself evolved from the tribal economy, and that are in itself evolved from the tribal economy. And the tribal economy are most basic form of economy, and the tribal economy are one of the most basic form of economy. Now, would you like to tell me, Preeti, how tribal economy is different from the micro and macro economy? You already second class in general studies paper about the economy. What is economy? What kind of activity we are performing in that economy chapter? Now, in what way that economy are different from the tribal economy?
So in microeconomics, we mainly study about individual or their business decision. And in macro, that is MA wala, usme we analyze the decision made by countries or the government.
Good.
And when we talk about tribal economy, there we so sir, there मतलब we talk about tribal societies economy, how they manage their economy.
So whatever economy, micro and macro you talked about, that are the economic system of modern society. That are economic
Yes,
system of
yes.
civilized society. This is the advanced
For
form of economy.
for example, ki what they do for survival, they hunt, hunting, fishing, or food gathering. That particular things they do for their survival. That make them differ from micro and macroeconomics.
So the objective of our economy is somewhat different. The objective of today's economy is somewhat different. It is not only concerned with the maintaining the subsistence, but the tribal economy that are concerned with their subsistence and not more than subsistence. The reason being is they are not food gatherer in their most basic form, and that's why even they face the huge land scarcity, but they never encroach that hilly area because they believe their ancestral souls live in that. Even